Hi Taurus, and welcome to your mid-month reading. This is for anybody that has their sun, moon, rising, midheaven, and or Venus in the sign of Taurus. Nonetheless, if you just happen to find yourself on this video, there is a reason for it, and I do hope that you hear all that you need at this time. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. What came out energetically for you was the Knight of Swords with the Four of Swords and the Justice card with the Seven of Wands. Okay, coming into the obstacles positions, what you might experience if you have not already in your recent or distant past. You have the Devil card, okay, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, and coming into the end of August, what you need to focus on in order to overcome any conflicting energies. You have the Death card that came out horizontally laid, followed by the Moon card and the Five of Swords. And just to get a little bit of a peek of the energies and how it's going to flow into September, I pulled some cards from the bottom of the deck, and what came out was the World card with the Hanged Man and the Queen of Cups. If it's not focused by the end of the reading, it will be, okay? But what I am definitely hearing for you guys is it is not what it seems to be. Like, all is not what it looks like. I feel like a lot of you guys have recently come upon some information, have been told something, right? That was extremely unsettling for you, and it's caused you to fall back. However, it's you not really using your discernment to the betterment of you and or the situation that has transpired, because it's the wrong information. I feel like somebody's put a bug in your ear and is trying to get you to make a different decision than the path that you were traveling on before you came upon the information, okay? And I am certainly getting that because also you have the Devil card that is in the obstacles position. So this can talk about, of course, the fixed sign of Capricorn, somebody that has a lot of Capricorn in their natal chart. This might be you, your own propensity, but this is very fixed earth sign energy. However, this can also talk about manipulation, okay? This can talk about dancing with the devil, sleeping with the devil, just being easily swayed, easily persuaded. So I definitely feel like somebody is trying to keep you in a loop of confusion and doubt, and not only of other people, but of yourself. I feel like a lot of you guys no longer trust yourselves. A lot of you guys might have issues with trusting other people, and that's something that you need to work on. A lot of you guys, though, if this is not about just like conflict by way of words, and this has to do with business dealings and money potentially, I feel like somebody's tricked you into spending more money than you actually had potentially. Like being scammed or being conned, somebody taking advantage of you, saying that they would do or fulfill a service for you, but it wasn't done properly, pretty much, because you went from the Queen of Pentacles to the Two of Pentacles in the row of the obstacles, okay? And now you're just like, well, now what do I do next? So in that event, then, I just want to say, stop listening to other people and how they want you to spend your money, right? They need to stay out of your pockets just as well, or just as much as you need to stay out of other people's pockets. Stop telling people what to do with their finances unless they are reputable sources that, of course, again, you can trust as far as them helping you with how you can better handle your finances. Don't listen to them, because they will run you to ruin, okay? Some of you guys just have been overspending. You have gotten a little bit too comfortable, but I just want to advise that while you have this abundance, that you are very smart, right? Don't work harder than you need to. Work smarter. So one way to do that would be to figure out how you can put your money to good use, okay? Some of you guys are getting older in age and you're needing to think about your retirement, your plans, your 401k. Like, where's this money going? What are you going to do once you retire? Do you have enough to sustain a life once you retire? That's on some of you guys' minds, okay? There we go. Midlife crisis. That's what I'm hearing. That is what a lot of you guys are dealing with up here with this Knight of Swords and this Four of Swords. I feel like you're at a point where you're doing a lot of heavy reflection because you see how other people and their situations are going, how their life is playing out, and the unpreparedness of their lives, right? Using your discernment for that good purpose to really like be more observant of your surroundings so that you can set yourself up for success, okay? So I feel like, again, then as far as that, it's not as it seems to be. You guys need to transform the way that you think by the end of the month with this Death card, the Moon card, and the Five of Swords. What you think you know about life at this point, right? Even if you are middle-aged or you're getting up there in age, you can always learn something, right? I don't believe in an old dog can't learn new tricks motto, you know. You can always learn something. You just have to be open to learning it and being open to the messenger, right? In the way that it comes. If it comes by somebody that is younger than you, because that energy is here with the Knight of Swords, you might not like what they have to say. You might not want to trust what they have to say because you don't believe that they have enough merit as a person. I would just say reconsider that, because I feel like there are some people in your surroundings that do have words of wisdom that they can give you should you be open enough to listen to what they have to say, okay? So yeah, let go of the ideas of the way that you thought things would play out, especially with this Moon card. This can also talk about menstruation, gestational period. Some of you guys might be pregnant, some of you guys might be getting ready to give birth, and so the all is not as it seems is as far as the process of your pregnancy, what you thought it would be versus how it actually has played out, the complications that you have had throughout the entire process, getting ready to give birth if you have not yet, and what you should be expecting. Also realizing that the relationship, if you are coupled with somebody, understanding that it's going to change, hopefully for the better, right? You have some positive cards here, but everybody has free will, and I am also getting that with this World card. So let's just tackle this when we get to that. But with this Death card, okay, this is going from that single life, that bachelorette life, or that selfish life, and needing to transform that into being more selfless, making room for 2 or 3 or 4 if this is not your first child, you know what I'm saying, and getting ready to open your arms and your life to this new chapter, this new baby being born, right? So you have to let go of your old habits, what you're used to doing before giving birth, or that's what you guys are getting ready to release. I feel like I'm hearing cold feet. Some of you guys are getting cold feet as it's approaching the date, but it's not something that you can back out of now, right? You've come this far. Like you can't decide now at 9 months pregnant that you no longer want to have the baby. It's a little too late for that. It's coming whether or not you want to accept that or not, okay? So yeah, some of you guys, you're just waiting. You're waiting with open arms and with love. You can't wait to shower this new blessing with unconditional love. Some of you guys are extremely sensitive at this time. Some of you guys might be a little hormonal, and so I just want to warn that you aren't self-deprecating as far as being negative in the way that you speak about yourself and or the way that you look, especially if you've just given birth, okay? You can always change that later with some good exercise. Everything in moderation. I am hearing that with this card. Some of you guys are putting a little bit too much pressure on yourselves. I'm also getting that with this Five of Swords to get pregnant. You're a little too serious. And I'm getting that with the Queen of Pentacles too. you're trying to control too much of the situation as far as getting pregnant, and that's why it's not working. Like, let the universe handle it, okay? Everything is going to happen in divine timing. You just need to be a little bit more patient, be willing to compromise, and be willing to be more understanding, okay? Good things come to those who wait. Don't rush anything. If you're completely single though, and you're not having any of these arguments and trying to make rash decisions, then I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be playing the field, especially towards the end of the month, going into September. You guys are really just taking the time to just really focus on yourself a little bit more with this Nine of Swords and the Four of Swords, making sure that you have your mind right, making sure that you aren't holding on to any unnecessary pain, making sure that you have your jealousy or your envious side under control. That's coming through, okay? Also with this Devil card, that you are watching for your impulses, that you have more self-control. If you've had any addictions, that you are getting a handle on those as well. Everything in moderation, you know, drink in moderation. If you smoke weed, you know, in moderation. Don't form any codependencies to anybody or any substances. So if that's what you've been struggling with a little bit, you are focusing on yourself more to get this under control, or you need to, as well, your self-esteem, the way that you look, maybe even your physical health and fitness, your well-being. Making sure that you are well studied. Okay, making sure that you actually have stuff to bring to the table, working on your intellect, just things that you are interested in, your hobbies, getting back in touch with who you are and what you enjoy, so that you can really attract a better partner or just better experiences if you're not yet looking to be fully committed to anybody, right? But, I mean, if you are single and you're wanting to be in a more committed relationship, then you need to make sure that you actually have the time and the space for it. Twos are all about polarization, right? Twos are all about balance. So, it's one thing to say that you want something, but do you actually have the time to dedicate to cultivating a relationship, right? Some of you guys might be really busy with work, and that's been affecting your relationship. Some of you guys might have a very toxic mother figure that's getting in the way of you being able to find love or happiness. You're worried about pleasing her more than you are about yourself. So that needs to be looked at and transformed, transmuted, okay? Get out of la la land. Know what it is that you need to do. See how that has been restricting you. By the end of the month, you will see how that's been restricting you, and you are going to break free. I am getting that. You're going to free yourself, okay, from the trap that you've been holding yourself in. Essentially, this is your doing too. Like, you've given permission for this person to have this hold or control over your life. So, free yourself from that energetically. And yeah, as far as your chakras are concerned, work on your throat chakra, your crown, sacral chakra, and your root chakra. And if I didn't say heart, definitely get that back into balance, because that is a little bit underactive, okay? So that is what is coming through for you guys. If this resonated for you, definitely give me a thumbs up, share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more.